Then I keep receiving many questions on what's going on with Ederson. Guys, first point, Man United in midfield, even after Andre Santos, feel they are not done. Ederson will undergo a medical this week, so it will be this week at Manchester United. There will be Ederson taking a medical in the UK because Man United made the first check in the US and they want to do more check with their own staff in England. At the moment, the deal is still not confirmed. So today I can tell you, Ederson to Man United, here we go, in the sense of what I told you in June, agreement between all parties. The player is having a medical. It's all agreed verbally. But to tell you, is Ederson to Manchester United closed, signed, completed? Not yet. At this stage, not yet. And we have to be careful because there is a medical to do in England, and Man United will then communicate to Atalanta and to the player what they feel about that medical. So we have to be careful and to wait until the end for that medical of Ederson.
Well, as the World Cup moves into the latter stages, business is starting to heat up in the Premier League. For more on the latest transfer news, as you can see, I'm joined by James Savundra. James, we've seen some major midfield moves already in the Premier League. Looking like Manchester United might be next in line to make a move. Who are they looking at?
Well, Aurelien Tchouaméni and Alex Scott remain very high on their list of midfield targets. They've missed out on Mateus Fernandes. He's joining Tottenham. We've seen Elliot Anderson go to Manchester City. Sandro Tonali will be confirmed very soon as a Spurs player as well. And we know midfield is the priority for Manchester United in this transfer window. So I mentioned those two players there. In terms of other players on this list, Felix Metscher, Ayoub Boadi, Sander Berger at Fulham and Eduardo Camavinga at Real Madrid. Now, the situation around the two Real Madrid players is slightly confused here because Real Madrid themselves are looking for a revamp in midfield this summer. So if they are to bring in a midfielder, we know they've been looking at the likes of Rodri. They put out a statement about Enzo Fernandez, which we'll get onto later today. But if there is room for them to move on one midfielder, it's felt Camavinga could be the player who departs. So that could be a potential alternative for Manchester United. But it feels like Alex Scott and Tchouaméni are two of the top targets right now.
But no matter what it is, I don't think he is in any position whatsoever to be questioning the people who appointed him.
Why not?
Because he's not good enough. He's not good enough to be Manchester United's manager. He's barely competent enough to be a Premier League manager right now. And that's not me being disrespectful to Ruben Amorim. I think he's been there now well over 12 months. And I think the majority of managers in the Premier League who are all managing different other clubs at different ends of the table would look at Manchester United and think, I'd get more points than that.